Hello, welcome back to my garage. No cabin chores this weekend because tomorrow is Easter Sunday and I have some family coming over. Also, we plan to do some spring cleaning around the house, so that's what we did this weekend. And finally, that's all done. I get to come in here and hang out around some of my hobbies, organize some things, and as of recently, record my thoughts on said things and start this what's shaping to become a garage series where I just ramble and share my thoughts and hopefully some people chime in. I think for now we're gonna call it Garage Chat until I think of a better name, or maybe you all think of a better name for it. But for today's Garage Chat, I finally bought one of these. This is the Stopbox Pro and in black. I think it's the Stopbox Pro because it is a certain size and it's the color black. I'm not sure about the other models. I know there's a smaller option. I know there are some different colors and paint schemes. But this has been on my radar for years now. And at the time, my priorities and the way I carried were different. My kids were much younger. So I didn't feel like, any sort of urgency to get this. Recently, I changed the way I carry and my kids got older, and no matter how much training and teaching I do when it comes to gun safety with them, the safest thing to do is to lock your stuff and make sure it's inaccessible for kids or even people that are not experienced or understand, how serious something like this can be or should be treated. That's shifted, and at the same time, coincidentally, I started seeing a lot of ads for it. So their marketing team is doing the right thing. But these ads were on platforms like podcasts and YouTube channels of people that I follow and I respect their opinion a lot. So, all that just made sense for me to go buy this and not really research any other solution. So I'm curious to hear about what people do in terms of this specific storage style. But I felt like I don't need to research it when, so-and-so was talking about it and I trust their opinion and I kind of relate to them in a certain way. Let's quickly talk about what this is versus what it's not. This is not a safe, right? You're gonna lock your guns away for storage purposes, for theft, for safety, but also just keeping things nice and clean and organized in a safe. That's what that's for. If you're carrying though, chances are you're not going to be using a safe because it's not easy and accessible, and you can't move it around. The personal protection aspect of it kind of goes away if you're going to be using a safe for storing your gun safely. What this is almost like this significantly safer version of a holster for when you don't want to be carrying on you. It is portable, it is accessible, and there's a bee right now flying around me, which is fine. It's just a little distracting. So anyway, it is very accessible. You can take it with you anywhere. It's just you don't have to have it on you and you don't have to worry about where you have it. The point being, this allows you to take your handgun with you anywhere you need to be and be able to access it very quickly, slightly slower than having it on you, but pretty quickly. In terms of theft, that is not what this is for. Anybody that's trying to steal from you is going to take it home and break it open, no matter how tough it is. And we'll get into that in a little bit. If somebody wants to get in it, they're going to get in it. It's not safe in that way. And it wasn't intended to be, or advertised as that. I guess we can just look at it real quick. That would be helpful. First impressions, man, I'm a sucker for things like this. This is a cool packaging. It's not overly fancy to where I feel like the cost of it is being spent on the package, but in terms of design, it's all there. The brand is cool. They're proud to be made in the USA. That's something I'm also really interested in. And then on the back, they kind of give you like an example, this cool blueprint style diagram of how it's used. All mechanical, lightweight and portable, rugged, built to last. Fits up to Desert Eagle, child resistant, and instant firearm access. So everything I just kind of talked about, written on the back. You can take it with you on a plane. It is TSA compliant, doesn't have any electronics in it. That's good for being TSA compliant, but also it is not gonna fail if batteries go out. And it has a lot of different combinations, and I'll show how that works. So if you are worried about somebody just grabbing your gun that's not a child that has figured out how to open it, they're not going to be able to open it. And then they say it's impact resistant. That's good to know. Proudly made in the USA. So again, I know you can be fooled by things like this, but this is first impressions. The brand, how they kind of outline everything on the box, all of that really does matter, and how it's placed in here does matter to me when I'm opening something. Look at that, quality control stamp right there. All right, so the box itself, first impressions, I already looked at one. They ship two right now. They have a buy one, get one free deal. So I already looked at the other one. It's a nice product. It feels really good. It looks good. It doesn't really stand out in a way. So if you want to put it on your desk, you know, if you're very aesthetic minded and you want it on a shelf somewhere, or if your significant other like mine cares about the way things look when you put them where they're not supposed to go, you're always getting yelled at for it. This does attempt to kind of hide in plain sight, but at the same time, if you do catch a glimpse of it, it doesn't look bad. They kept the branding on the bottom of it where these rubber feet are. That way, you don't know what you're looking at. The plastic doesn't feel cheap or anything like that. So if you were to put this on a desk or on a shelf somewhere, it's not horrible. Obviously, these sticking out like that, maybe you can put it in a way that doesn't show them and then people can't tell what it is. This is for anybody that understands or has been looking at anything gun related. This is a quick giveaway of what it is. So if I was to hide it somewhere on a shelf, I would have these face the wall so people can't see them. But the way they do tell you how to open it. It comes with some documentation right here. They tell you about the preset combination and how to open it. All you do is push them down, not in any particular order because it is not a combination that is numbered right now. And you push down on the box and it just opens. So the combination right now is these three, and you push on it and bam, it opens. Inside, they give you more directions on how to change the combination. Like they say on the box, there are 81 different combinations, and they're changed by these kind of keyed and numbered tabs that you replace here. So based on the number, that's going to be the sequence. I'm guessing this box right here is for storing the other keys or the ones that you don't use, because you're not going to put a mag in here. It's kind of small for that. The inside feels, the mechanics and all of that, they feel very sturdy. There's a lot of feedback when you push things. Sounds nice. Gives you the confidence that it's not going to fail when your weapon is inside. So as long as you know the combination, you're gonna open it. And that's how, I didn't even think about that, and I was able to open it. So all you gotta do, hopefully if it's on the table, I can get it better. But I mean, that takes less than a second to open, And there's a nice foam liner on the inside to keep things from rattling around. If you were to place your firearm in here and a mag and close it, doesn't make any sound. All right, so that's it. If you're looking for something to secure your gun, this is a great option. In the grand scheme of things, it is not priced crazy. $150 for two is a really good deal. $75 for one, you can't do that. One is advertised as 150 bucks, but they seem to always have a buy one get one free deal going on. And what was nice about them is they also threw in, which I don't know if I use this because I have something else, but a universal mag carrier, and also it's patent pending, and it's also made in the USA, but it's a universal mag carrier. So not only is it a buy one get one free deal, but they are giving these away too. So nice little thing. All right, hopefully you enjoyed this edition of Garage Chat, and give me a like and give me a subscribe and let me know what you've been up to. And hopefully on the next one, I'll see you outside.